Hey, I'm Parker Botcher, and this is Crease Monsters, the podcast where we talk all things lacrosse, from epic highlights, gear reviews, game predictions, and of course, some special guests. Whether you're stringing up a new pocket, gearing up for game day, or just chilling, this is your go-to spot for all lacrosse things. And if you haven't already, hit that follow button wherever you're listening, and let's get into it.
Welcome back. First off, I gotta say sorry for missing you guys last week. I was down with a nasty cold. You know how it is. Couldn't even pick up a stick, let alone record. But I'm feeling way better now, and honestly, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Because the NLL season is officially back. That's right. Christmas came early for lacrosse fans. Let's get into it. The season kicked off this weekend, and we've got so much to talk about. We're breaking down opening weekend. I've got some bold predictions for this week's games and huge news in the WLA about three-time champion coming home. The goalie carousel is spinning, and we've got reviewing some fire year, the Maverik Optik. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you didn't catch opening Friday night was historical. Toronto traveled to Oshawa for the very first game at the Tribute Center. And get this, we've got to see the last two number one overall picks. Head-to-head, CJ Kirst, who Toronto took first overall, versus Dyson Williams, the reigning Rookie of the Year, who went first overall last year to the Firewolves. Number two number one picks on the same floor opening night. You can't script any better than that. And then Saturday, Buffalo raised another championship banner. That's 3 in a row for the Bandits. 3-peat. At this point, they're going to need a bigger trophy case. All right. I know, I got to give you some predictions. Let's talk about what's coming up. Vancouver Warriors versus Colorado. The Mammoth are heading to the west to take on Warriors at Rogers Arena. And I'm going to go Vancouver on this one. Final score, 13-11 Warriors. Here's why. Vancouver's roster is stacked right now. They've got Christian Del Bianco in net. And they traded him mid-season last year and completely changed the defense. Curtis Dixon came home. Jesse King's in the building. Grant's back for 3 more years. And this dude is a problem in transition. Meanwhile, Colorado lost some pieces. Connor Robertson got traded. Zed Williams went to Rochester. They're rebuilding through draft, which could pay off later. But right now, Vancouver's got the edge. Home court, hungry team. I'm taking the Warriors. Buffalo versus Georgia. I mean, come on. Buffalo just raised their 3rd straight banner. They're playing at home. The building is going to be rocking. Georgia's going to have to pull off something special to crash that party. I'm taking Buffalo. Ottawa versus San Diego. San Diego travels to take on the Black Bears. I'm going with Ottawa on this one. Ottawa's got Zach Higgins between the pipes. This guy led the league in save percentage last year. And Jeff T, this dude scored 56 goals last season. 56! That led the entire league. San Diego got talent, but Ottawa's defending their house like the Black Bears. This one, I like the Black Bears in this one. So there you go. You got Vancouver, Buffalo, and Ottawa. Let's see if I'm right. Let me know your picks in the comments. Drop them in the comments. Okay, switching gears to the WLA. Some news, and this one's gonna be pretty cool. Chase Fraser. Can I tell you something about Chase Fraser? He doesn't score normal goals. No, he doesn't. Fraser just signed with the Langley Thunder for the 2026 WLA season. And for those who don't know, Langley is where Chase Fraser grew up. He came up through Langley Minor lacrosse program, and this is literally his hometown. Now think about this. This guy, let's think about this for a second. This guy just won his third straight NLL championship with the Bandits. 3 in a row. They three-peated them. He got 151 goals and 259 points. And in 89 NLL games. Not even 100. He signed with the Las Vegas Desert Dogs for this upcoming season. And now he's coming back to play summer ball where it all started. Fraser described himself as a, quote, hard, gritty player that with a little bit of flashiness. When scoring goals, I mean, that tracks. You've got to watch him play. And if you've watched him play, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Thunder also picked up Tyson Johnson, who's a face-off specialist with a 65% win rate. So Langley is loading up for next summer. But Chase Fraser, the thing isn't just cool, right? Imagine being so good that you win 3 straight championships, the highest level, then you come back to play for your hometown team. Now I'm just saying, now that's what I'm saying. Staying loyal to where you started, love to see that. All right, let's talk about the goalie carousel, because there's been some movement. If you're not paying attention, you might get confused about who's playing where. Justin Geddie to Halifax. First up, Justin Geddie signed with the Halifax Thunderbirds 1-year deal announced November 20th. Geddie is 24 years old from Victoria, BC, and this guy is 6'4". Now that's a lot of goalie blocking. That's a goalie blocking a lot of the net. His path has been interesting. He's played for Firewolves for the last couple seasons, got traded to Vegas, then Vegas released him. Halifax swooped him up, and now he's playing. Now he's backing up Warren Hill in Nova Scotia. Aden Walsh to Calgary. Second move. Aden Walsh is now with Calgary Roughnecks. This one's big because Walsh was Vancouver's starting goalie early season last year. He was leading the league in goal against. This guy was balling, but then Vancouver made a trade for Christian Delbianco, and Walsh became the future of consistenters. Future piece, and that went to Calgary. He's 24 years old, also 6'4". What is with these tall goalies? And now he's Calgary. And now Calgary's guy. Now he's Calgary's guy after he lost Nick Rose to Toronto. So basically, goalies are switching teams, like when you trade Pokemon cards with your friends at recess. Well, Vancouver said, we'll take Delbianco. Calgary said, cool, we'll take Walsh. Halifax said, we'll take Geddie. And Toronto said, we will take Rose. And honestly, these goalies moves matter. Goalie is probably the most important part in box lacrosse. One hot goalie can completely change the playoff series. So keep an eye on how these guys perform in their new homes. Gear time. Today I'm talking about the Maverik Optik. If you're an attack player or a midi who likes to dodge and shoot, pay attention. This head might be for you. First things you notice, This top head is light. Like, we're talking under 5 ounces. Maverik shaved a ton of weight off with their honeycomb design in the throat and the sidewalls when you're carrying the ball up the field or trying to get a quick shot off. That lighter weight makes a difference. This head is not super stiff. I prefer a stiffer head. It's got some flex to it, which can actually help with accuracy, and the head whips a bit when you shoot. Some players, like, it's not going to warp on you or anything, but if you're someone who wants a rock solid head with a zero give, this might not be your first choice. The Optik is built for a mid-low pocket. The narrow bottom rail creates a natural channel for the ball to sit in. And if you like a pocket lower, a quicker release, this head delivers. You've got over 20 sidewall holes to work with, so that means you can customize the pocket. Traditional mesh, different. Shooting strings, you've got options. Okay, so the scoop is solid for ground balls, but I'm honest, it takes a bit to get used to. It's not the most aggressive scoop out there, but once you figure it out, you're good. Tack players, for sure. Middies who want accuracy over raw power. Anyone who likes a quick release from a mid-low pocket. If that's your game, the Optik is worth checking out. I'm giving it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Great for offensive players, light accuracy. The scoop could be a little better, but overall, it's a quality head. All right, Crease Monsters, that's going to do it. Wrap for this week's episode. Quick recap. NLL season is back. Christmas came early for Vancouver, Buffalo, and Ottawa. My picks, Ottawa, Vancouver, and Buffalo are my picks this weekend. Chase Fraser's coming home to the Langley for this WLA season. Goalies are moving all over the place. Maverik Optik is super solid gear for the offensive players out there. Oh, and speaking of Christmas coming early, the Crease Monsters Swag Store is open. Head to creasemonsters.com to check out the hoodies, the sweatpants, and all the gear you can get yourself. Make sure you put it on your Christmas list. Tell your parents, tell your grandparents, tell Santa, whatever you gotta do. creasemonsters.com, get yourself looking fresh. Question of the week: which NLL team do you win it all this week? I want to hear your takes. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Crease Monsters. Like, subscribe, share with your teammate. Let's grow this thing together. Keep your ground balls dirty, your goals clean, and remember, every pro was once a beginner who never quit.
All right, that's it for this episode of Crease Monsters. Thanks for hanging out. If you liked the episode, hit the follow so you don't miss what's coming next. You can catch us on Instagram and YouTube. Just search at Crease Monsters. Until next time, share it, save it, string it up. We're just getting started.